Hey everyone, good morning. Happy Thursday. Let's make some money today, huh? If you're out there this morning, please say what's up. Let's get this party started. Hey, Quavando, good morning. Pete, what's going on? Jocko. Yeah, everyone get your easels. We are gonna be working with some pastels today. That is the art project. Maybe even some paper mache. I don't know, you know? Probably paper mache. Because we like to do art projects around here. That's what it is, apparently. Good morning, Seymour. I don't think I've seen you around before, so welcome. You know, to be honest, guys, this chart looks like this is like pretty much every chart for the last couple weeks is exactly like this. Like a range with a slight, you know, like some little bullish move. Gary, what's man? Joining in on vacation, right on. Gary, are you actually gonna trade today, or are you just popping in? Yeah, I think we could all use a little kickback on the beach. Sounds pretty solid right now. Right on, Gary. That reminds me of School Rock. That means he's drunk. No, that means I was drunk yesterday. Classic American film, guys. A piece of art, really. For the uninitiated. So anyway, let's take a look at the chart today, guys. Again, I really feel like this is kind of how every chart has looked like recently. Kind of a range with a little bit of a bullish bias at one point. Something along these lines. This is definitely a move up, right? And then this is a break. I think that's a new high. Maybe by like one tick. Yep. Fairly new high. That counts. And then we are moving down. Coming right off resistance. Kuvanda, sorry, missed your question back there. Been trading for several years now. How did I get into it? That's a good question. I mean, I think just from like investing, I think, you know, wanting to, I don't know. I mean, I think we all kind of get into trading for the same reason, right? It's like, oh man, this is a really solid way to make money. Don't want to have to work not 9 to 5 job anymore. Once you see that as a possibility, it's really, at least for me, it's hard to shake. Like, man, I really want to make that happen. So good morning, Zippins. You know, to be honest, I can't even believe it's Thursday right now. It feels like the beginning of the week to me. I don't know why. Feels like Monday morning. Yeah, that's the dream, right? I think, you know, it's the simplicity of it, I guess, and how easy it looks initially, right? Like you click a button and you make money. It's like who wouldn't want to do that? It's the world's greatest video game. All right. And on second entry, long failure. Gary's hungover, relaxing on the beach, and still just hitting some sweet trades. That's actually a pretty nice setup, man. I don't know why. I was too busy yakking and I just kind of sat down, so I like that one. Coming right off the top of the range. Clear resistance, 1, 2, 3 touches. You have a first entry long, second entry long confirmation. Nice bearish bar. Good trade, Gary. I like it. Michael, how long did it take me to be profitable? I'd say, 2 years. 2 years, basically. And I still feel, you know, like there's so much room for improvement always. I wouldn't say that I've arrived anywhere, you know. Still trying to improve, still trying to get better. I check my stats all the time. Like, man, I can improve that win rate. I can get that profit factor up. So I don't feel for sure like I've arrived anywhere by any means. But yeah, happy to share my journey with you guys and have you along for the ride. potential double trap. So, I don't know if this would be considered a double trap, really. A double trap is basically like a failure that fails. And this failure has not failed. You already took it, already made it. There was a first entry, second entry long failure. A double trap is more like if that would have reversed right here. So first entry long, second entry long, fails, and then reverses instantly, and then we go up. That would really be the double trap. No, I don't think it's going to reverse instantly, but I'm saying that would be a double trap. Now that we're down here, this is no longer a double trap, anything down here. And we've already ticked higher here too, so that's voided as well. But now that we're headed down here, we're still kind of in the upper half of the range. Like, I could consider second entry short if we get it right here. Quavando, yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know that I could stream all day long is the thing. Also need some time to focus in and lock in. But yeah, I do really enjoy the camaraderie and trading with others. Yeah, prop firms are definitely, like, they can be an incredible tool if you use them right. Yeah, the trick is not to max out, not to try to like pass stuff super quickly, or you know, definitely don't want to gamble them. Like, you have to treat them really responsibly, and you know, have a trading plan and execute it. But if you can do that, I mean, they give you the potential to have a lot of leverage. From being funded to my first payout was quite a while, Pete. Like, several months. Yeah, I mean, I really wanted to take it slow. The very first time I got a funded account, I had several of them. I failed it. Like, I failed it in pretty quickly, maybe like a couple weeks. And so after that, I was like, yeah, not doing that again. So when I got some more accounts, I was like, I'm gonna take it slow. Even started with micros for a while. So yeah, it took me a while, and I would suggest that everyone do that. Like, don't try to get paid out quick. Just hold on to them, you know, trade them slowly. I don't worry that they're pulling money out of the market, Jocko. I mean, honestly, retail is such a small drop in the bowl, especially in futures. I mean, the S&P 500 futures are the most heavily traded instruments in the entire world. So having, you know, a handful of retail traders doing prop firms instead, that's not going to affect the market. And ultimately, you know, if you're good on a prop firm, you're going to get to a live account. Like, that's the end goal of it. So all the best traders are going to be live anyway. I don't think it really matters too much. Good morning, Grandpa. That sounds funny if I just say Grandpa. Been looking for a reason for slow chop. Yeah, Well, I think, you know, honestly, we've gotten used to some crazy volatility, and that's just not how market typically is. So, and it's summer too, so things get slow during summer. Got, what, 9 minutes to open now? Wonder if we can get a move down to the bottom of the range. We're kind of just hanging out right here. Again, I wouldn't mind a second entry short here if it forms nice. I think I could trade that. There you go, Gary, right on. Yeah, vacation money. Don't want to push that too much. If you earn a little vacation money, take it and run. One more second entry short. Yeah, I'm hoping we get that. Man, oh man. Y'all like to watch grass grow? Certainly what this feels like. Again, looking for a second entry short. Technically, we have our first entry already. By the count, pull back right here. First entry right here. In order to take this, I would need to see a pullback all the way to the EMA. I'm in a nice bearish bar. Don't know if that's going to happen or not. And this, I just hate little entries like this that are so small, kind of right at the bottom. It doesn't even really look like a leg, you know? I'll pop to the 10K real quick. Oh wow, we're still kind of in the channel from yesterday. That's interesting. Get that out of the way. Yeah, I mean, this pretty much just looks like the range that we already have. This is pulling back, so it's kind of promising. Getting really close to the opens, though. That's the only thing here. About 3 minutes. And possible support for sure, Jocko. It's like the second entry short might be forming on the NASDAQ. Maybe not quite. Yeah, it's gonna form right at open for sure. Formed beautifully on the NASDAQ. That was a classic second entry short. Just launched down, so gives me hope for this one. Probably just gonna drop here though before giving a real entry. Okay, so now we have our second entry short, and this is where we could get a double trap. Right, because we don't want to take this second entry short. We have first entry here, second entry here. It is below a bullish bar, far from the EMA, so you can't take this, but if we came up here, trapped out all those early shorts, and then got another entry, that would be the double trap. Certainly looking like a possibility here. I'll still take a double trap at the open. We already had our break here of this short-term trend. We can come up, trap some of those shorts, and then turn back down. I like that trade. Ah, shoot, didn't come up enough. Need it to come up all the way to here. Get into that EMA a little bit. Starting to get a little stacked here. the Nasdaq's moving up too, so I don't think this thing's gonna drop. Yeah, you gotta stay out of this at this point. Getting congested right at market open. Good morning, Matthew. Chop chop indeed. I like how many bars are forming though. There's a lot of movement going on right now. This is a weird pattern, man. Look at this thing. What on earth is this? Certainly some sort of bullish channel, but that is odd. Yeah, Matthew, totally. I'll zoom out here in a minute. So yeah, I basically just marked the low of the day, or sorry, the overnight low and the overnight high. So that's the range I got. Definite bullish bias here though. We're not able to get past this midline and it kind of acts as support, so yeah, well, looking for probably some continued movement to the upside. Got this really odd little choppy bullish channel. I'm not even sure what to make of this. It's very strange looking. Kind of looks like it has a breaking new high, but I don't know, man. All right, Gary. Be safe out there. Enjoy the sunshine. Get some rest. We'll see you back. Okay, so here we go. Top of the range. This will be a good test to see if we can get above here. Nasdaq's dropping off the top of its range, so not looking hopeful. Yeah, so this definitely looks like a little break of this channel, a new high right at the top of the range, turning down. So let's see if we can maybe get like a failed second entry long below the EMA. Yeah, totally. Any sort of bulls just got wrecked. For sure. This is the second entry long here. I don't like it taking it this high. We already have a breaking new high. We're at the top of the range. You'd expect some movement to the downside. I'm not really trusting it. Boy, this is kind of volatile action, guys. This is pretty wild stuff here. Turning down once again at the top of that range. See if we can break above it. I mean, definite bullish bias. We haven't really got anything going to the downside. Nothing like wearing a deer carcass and getting hit by a truck, right? I wasn't expecting that. That's funny. Jeez Louise, this is wild here. We're really having a hard time getting over the top here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches at this level. So we do have, you know, this move up here has a break and new high, just to try to make sense of this chaos. This move has a break and a new low. We're moving up again. But it's kind of looking invalidated. It's already moved down too far, so yeah, hard to keep track of this. It's chop basically. Gotta be careful of it. Alright, so this does look like the beginning of some sort of downtrend here. This might actually be something. This might be more than chop. One can hope, right? Maybe we can get a little second entry short that forms here. Still don't have our first entry short. The Nasdaq's ripping higher. It broke above its range. For now, at least. It's kind of being just as wild as the S&P 500. Yeah, pushing above the EMA. I don't think we're gonna get the second entry short here. We'll see. We'll see. Got a feeling this EMA is gonna hold with how strong the NQ is right now. Well, what might help the market, guys, is if everyone likes this stream. I think we could test it. Let's test it out. See if it works. Cause we got like 28, almost 30 people in here. Only 5 people are liking this, so sorry. I apologize to all the rest of you. I failed. Hey, morning, Black Knees. That is our first entry short. We are pushing below the EMA here, so this might set up actually. EMA kind of flattening out. That didn't tick higher, but man, that looked kind of nice. It just reversed down real quick. We'll see how this one forms. And of course, it's coming off an inside bar here. Can't really take that. Maybe if we get a lower high. Yeah, I might be able to consider that with a lower high. And we're just dropping. No chance to enter that. The range is winning out, folks. It looks like we might be headed to the bottom here. See how this midline performs. Has been support so far. And we do have like 2 legs of this move down already, so we could bounce here. Oh, shoot. Accidentally pressed the home button. How far down will it go? That is the question. Should have seen what when the level broke, Jocko? Four, 2, 7, 1. Yeah, totally. I mean, I think when you make this many attempts at the high, you know, you're likely gonna see a visit to the bottom. Brant, good morning, and yeah, I did see Max live trade yesterday. Man, that was a shocker. I was like, oh dang. Never see him trade live. But wow, I mean that was a bold move going trusting the bottom of that range like when it was clearly bearish. Pretty wild. It was almost like Gary. Yeah, that's true, Brant. He chose a really aggressive, more advanced trade for his live, so that was interesting. Black and Ease Mac is he's I think the founder of priceactiontrading-system.com. As it kind of set in place a lot of the rules that we trade here, like the use of tick charts and second entries and things. So he's got a lot of good YouTube content, good to check out for sure. I mean, he has like a course and stuff. I don't know, I've never done it, so I can't really speak to whether it's worth it or not. Actually, it's not a course, it's like a manual, but to be honest, like I don't imagine it has anything much more than he already shares for free in his YouTube. It's basically just the same strategy we're trading here. Totally. I mean, there's no doubt he's making money off memberships for sure. But nothing wrong with that, right? As long as he's providing good content, you know, as long as it's something that he's bringing value. It doesn't have much more than on YouTube. That's good to know. Hunter, thanks. That's kind of what I had suspected, but yeah. He won 503 of 506 trades last year. Is that what he says? Some people in his forum. How would they know though? if it's not coming from him, like how would some other dude know that? Unless they like took a look at his account or something. That's interesting that someone else would claim that for him. This might be a larger channel. I don't know, that feels way too wide. That's crazy. Well, if that's true, I mean that means he's only taking maybe about like 2 trades a day. Have a little bearish channel here, or sorry, bullish channel. Already looks like it has a break right here. Maybe new high. Like that little napkin math there, Brant. That's crazy. I mean, that's reasonable for a professional trader. Oh man, that's the thing about sharing that trade, Brant. I am sure that is going to embolden a lot of folks to try to pick tops and bottoms. This is a terrible idea, really. Yeah, I think he should have just shared like a classic second entry long at a key entry point or something. He planted in this idea in a lot of folks' heads to pick tops and bottoms for sure. I bet he's gonna get a lot of angry emails from folks who like, I did exactly what you did in the video and I got worked over. Well, here we go. Drop into the bottom here. Maybe we do have a wider channel going. Yeah, everyone get ready to buy the first good bull bar you see down here. Just kidding, please don't. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. All trades are your own. Trading is a risky activity where you can lose more the investment money. I should really have just that whole disclaimer like memorized and be able to say it super fast. Like the really technical legal version. Well, it looks like we're bouncing up out of this thing. And I'm imagining there might be a way to draw this that already has a break and new low. If you draw it like that, a little tighter. That would make sense why we didn't make it to the bottom and why we're bouncing. I think I'm going to keep that on for now. See how this bullish channel plays out. And the Nasdaq is super strong. It is testing the top of its range yet again. I'm kind of feeling a little bullish here, to be honest with you. Maybe if we get a second entry long here, I consider taking it. See how this looks. I'm gonna take a gander at the 10K. Oh my gosh, look at that thing. That just screams range. But yeah, on the 10K it also does look like we have a break and new low with a new uptrend starting after a bounce on the bottom of the range. Doesn't, on this chart, it doesn't look like we got to the bottom. But if you move this up to kind of the meat of this area here, all the bodies, that changes the look of it a little bit. Actually, that looks better because then look, our midline supporting prices really well right here. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep that. I think we do have a bounce off the bottom here. Fortunately, we might get a break and new high here before a second entry long forms. We got our first entry. Doesn't look like we are going to get a second entry. Looks like we might just take off to the upside here. Yep, there we go. Reaching to our new high. No real chance to get in on that, unfortunately. That was a pretty dang good context for a second entry long, though. Bounced off the bottom of the range, had a clear bullish uptrend, break, pull back to the EMA. Just needed it to set up a little bit better. Looks like we're kind of chopping around this midline. May not have enough juice to make a big move up here, but we could get like a measured move. Yeah, I agree, Jocko. I could have traded that as a hidden second entry as well, but that bullish signal bar was just so high up. This guy right here, that had formed down here by the EMA. I think that'd be a no-brainer. But that's all right. On to the next, right? On to the next. Yeah, I hate bars like that too. So they look so nice, they're bullish, but they're just so far away. Hard to take. It gets trapped quite frequently. Here we go. Here's our push up. So again, let's see where that measured move takes us. Definitely looks like that's where we're reaching, and it's pretty much the top of the range, so that's where I'm expecting us to go here. Alright, our buddy Big Spark, what's up? Alright, well, coming close to the top. I drew a happy. You could draw your own happy little trees wherever you'd like. Might get a larger trend here. This move is looking a little too strong to fade, unfortunately. Typically would be looking for a short up here, but the NASDAQ just made a new high. It actually looks like a pretty significant new high, and yeah, so I wouldn't be fading this right now. I'm sure Gary did. In between his rum and toast, he probably took a short there. It is a little bit of a tempting fade. I mean, we are coming right off the top of the range. Matthew, do you mean low or high? I think, well, I mean, look, the NASDAQ is one of those things I wouldn't base like a trade off that. It's just kind of something to note. Because it moves fast too, and like moves, if it's moving up, it can be reversed pretty quickly too. And what I'm seeing on the NASDAQ is that it actually has a large channel to break a new high already, so it could be set for a correction. I probably won't take a lower high here. Just because of how bullish this looks, really. Like, not even thinking about the NASDAQ or whatever, but just look at how bullish this looks. That's kind of hard to fade. If this was really choppy and we had a lot of things going on before we got to the high, that's a no-brainer up there. But this is a pretty good move. You know, we had several bullish candles in a row, consolidation, several bullish candles in a row. I don't think you want to trade against that. That is our first entry long. It thought like, hey man, thanks, Big Spark. You're like my hype man, dude. So yeah, we have our first entry long. That's the thing though, it's kind of hard to take this long here near the top of the range. Could get a push below the EMA and then a failed second entry long, so I think that's what you gotta kind of be worried about here. Might consider this here, guys. It is coming off the EMA. I wish we had a little bit more body on that though. It's looking a little stacked. Might work though. Now it's a really big bar, so I think you gotta kind of forget about that. See if we can get a pullback and maybe draw in some shorts here and then finish bullish. Same kind of thing setting up on the NASDAQ right now. It just looks so congested though. I don't think you don't want to mess around with too much of that congestion. But it just totally feels like it's going to go higher here.
Yes, it's good to see you all again. Yet he is no ordinary man.
Look at that, man. Jeez Louise. That is packed tight. Look at that. Definitely a bullish bias to it. But hard to get in there. The EMA is holding as well, so I mean it looks really good except for how many bars are packed in there. Just buy the bottom 1 tick risk and go for 8 ticks. Honestly, not the worst idea in the world, Johnny. Except these kind of patterns you can often get stopped by 1 tick and then it goes higher. So I don't know. Might just be throwing away a tick. The Nasdaq looks like it's about to go higher. It's got a second entry long setting up, so could be good news here. Its EMA is holding really well. It still might, Brant. Still might. It's setting up for a new high for sure. Well, there you go. A new high incoming off of a 17th entry long. There's been some strange patterns today. These weird like choppy moves up, choppy diagonal moves up. There was a lot of kind of crazy up and down right in here. And then that super tight consolidation. I haven't seen that in a long time where you got a legit move up, expecting a new high, get a pullback, and instead of some clear legs, it's just like barcode, 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 launch. Pretty crazy. Well, let's see now that we are above the range if we can hold this. This is a breaking new high, so we might have just a move back into the range. See if that wins out or if we have a bigger pattern developing here. This really does feel like it's gonna drop, to be honest. Not gonna trade it, but this range is I would say pretty legit. Of course, we could certainly develop a wider pattern, something like this. But I kind of got a feeling that the range is going to win and we're going to get back lower. Find out on today's episode of the S&P 500. You know, really, SPY is like, it's like a soap opera. Never know what's going to happen. You know, you have your favorite characters, the bull trend day. Sometimes they just get killed out of nowhere. But then they make a return, you know, and at the end of the season, it's like, oh, they were never dead. They still are there. Yeah, I mean, this is just straight up a soap opera. A telenovela. Pushing back into the range. We already have our first entry long. We could get a nice second entry long failure here. That is what I'm watching for right now. But it's not going to happen if we're up here. There's our second entry long, so can't really take this. Unless it reverses all of a sudden. The EMA is getting too much love, exactly. Yeah, you don't want to see that. If you're looking for a short, you don't want to see a bounce right off the EMA like that. We can kind of forget that. Even you haven't pulled the trigger once. Wow. Market must be terrible. This is probably one of those. This is a macaroons trade right here. See all these wicks touching the exact same level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got a bullish move, expecting a new high. It's really not a bad idea just to put an entry one tick above all that congestion. You know it's going to go for at least a point. I mean, until it doesn't. It works until it doesn't. See how the EMA does here. We definitely want to see some progress below it. And then maybe can consider a lower high right here. Don't want the EMA to get too much love, as Brant said. But it's getting some more love, so that's no bueno. I mean, it's good for the EMA. I'm sure it wants love, attention, but not good for us, at least for a short. Yeah, totally. Reverse congestion pattern. There it is, guys. Just saying. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4 touches here. Expecting a move down into the range. Not financial advice. Trades are your own. I'm not suggesting or advocating the buying or selling of any security. But that would be an interesting play. Hypothetically, on a sim count. Who's getting love? What? Step back into that. Yeah, that would be an awkward time to just kind of enter the conversation. I'll just let your imagination go on with that one. Well, it doesn't look like move back down is gonna happen right now. It's quite bullish. Seeing if we can identify any larger patterns early. This kind of looks like a spike in a channel to me, something like this. Up and then grind day. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, so far it's been a range day. This would be kind of the first instance that we have any like bullish trend going, really. On the day as a whole, I mean. Ooh, pull time, baby. Let's do it. Okay, here we go. What wins out? Are we going back to the range, or are we going to get a bullish grind? What's it going to be? Hard to bet against Jocko. The Nasdaq looks like it's forming a higher range for the last 30 minutes. Now ES is starting to look more bullish than the Nasdaq. This is kind of the first time today that's happened. %, back to the range. Bullish grind is starting to win out. I love how with each bar the votes change a little bit. We get a green bar, it's like bullish grind, bullish grind. Red bar, back to the range. After a spike in channel, well, it just kind of depends. Like a spike in a channel is just kind of like a pattern in and of itself, right? So we're just treating this as we would any other channel, waiting for a break of it and a new high, and then it's played out. So that's what we can expect here, if this is indeed a valid channel here. Oh, see, look, those red candles, and now we got some more back to the range votes. All right, ending the poll. Ending the poll. Bullish grind 1. But it looks like we'll see. We'll see. I think the votes would have been different if we started the poll right now, because now we're back into the range. Brant was okay. Brant was first vote. He said range, so we'll write it down in stone. It goes back into the range. It is all Brant. We'll give him credit for that one. And thing is, I don't really have a vote. I think it could go either way, to be honest with you. Probably leaning more towards bullish grind. Just because the EMA has held here, here, here. There's been a lot of opportunities to make some progress to the downside. Man, looks like we might, this spike in the channel might start to get confirmed if we can go touch the top right now. I'd adjust this slightly, if that still looks decent. That still looks decent to me. EMA is starting to mirror it a little bit here. The London session liquidity sweep. Oh man, Brant's calling it. He's calling it. We're gonna get a drop here. The short-term move here is pretty steep. Look at that. Possible little overshoot of our channel. This is probably as wide as we could go right here, and that looks all right. If it goes any higher, I think that'll be an overshoot for sure. Alright, if we get a decent second entry long here at the EMA, I will certainly consider it. We'll make sure once we get a bar or two to draw our short-term bearish correction. This is kind of enough information here. It's definitely got to clear that if we're going to consider a long trade. So I want to see a pullback here, break, and a new low, and then we can consider the second entry long. Okay, this looks like our first entry. Yeah, if it slices through the EMA, I'm gonna join Team Brant. Like that. That was quite bearish. We never got our first entry, did we? Okay, cool. See how the EMA reacts now. Okay, making a little progress. Let's see if we can close above it. Nice, I like that. Nice close above the EMA. That is certainly helpful to our bullish cause. We have our first entry long as well. So from here, first entry long, let's see if we can get one more pullback, a second entry long at the EMA. We don't want to see too much action below the EMA. Yeah, that second short might not be a bad idea, Jocko. We'll see. I do like how the EMA is supporting prices. You know, like there's some sort of resistance there. We're not just slicing through it. So the NQ is dropping pretty good right now. Now, if this breaks above, that'll be a double bar entry. Can't really take it. Never really pulled back. So this is still kind of our first entry here. Okay, there's our pullback. So let's see if we can do anything here. Back to the grind. Yeah, that's true Zippins, isn't it? Oh man, Jocko's getting rewarded for his crazy trades. This is on your channel support. Have mine a little different, but watching yours as well. Ooh. I can't take a long now that we're below the EMA. It's kind of out of the question for me at this point. But maybe if we get a higher low, like if we turn up right here and then get a higher low, I'd consider that. But looks like Grant is the man. Grant wins the grand prize of community high five, maybe, or just some nice jobs, some attaboys. All right, that's true. Jocko's the winner. Jocko's the real winner here. But oh, what is this? Wait a minute. What is this bullish bar? What have we here? New challenger steps into the arena. And that is our second entry long. So if we get a higher low above the EMA, I will certainly consider. Yeah, I don't like that second entry long because it's below the EMA, Johnny. I think some folks might take it. Mac might take it. I also don't have enough room here to get out. That's only a 1.25 points, so I wouldn't even have enough room to scalp out. If you were just going for a point though, I'd say that's pretty decent. Triple test. It's kind of a triple test. This one's kind of lower here, and this one's even lower than that. I mean, kind of on the wick. You could probably consider it a triple test. Yeah, I just don't like. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty solid. If you took that, I think you're in pretty good shape. I haven't really included the like enough room back to the EMA kind of trades into my game. I like to see more of the confirmation above. But that's pretty good right off the previous support. It is technically a second entry long. I think I might risk this higher low here. Confirming that second entry long above the EMA. See if we get filled. No fill. Bummer. Did anyone get that one? In it. Nice, Matthew. Glad someone got in on that one. Bummer. I'm bummed I missed that. There's a couple reasons, Johnny. One is that oftentimes those stop orders, like, prices shoot above it before you can even get it placed, and then it gives you an error message. It's chaotic, and then you can't re-enter. That's one reason. Is this? I've seen so many stop orders just get messed up. The other being that if you do save a tick, it protects your runner better. You're more likely to get a better runner, and most of the time prices come back one tick after triggering. Dang, I'm glad you guys got it. Hey, Brant, right on. Past that 50K with max contracts nonetheless. That's right. That's sweet. But yeah, that trade would have worked beautifully. Bummed I missed it right there. Nice. Second entry long. First entry right here, second entry right here, and then confirmation higher low. That is about as high probability as you can get. So that's bread and butter for sure. You also had a break of this channel, expecting a new high, so context is really good. This support was holding. Everything was right about that trade. I'm just bummed that I did not get filled on it. I would love to know, anyone that got that trade, were you doing a stop order or a limit order? Limit, okay. So it just filled you guys, nice. Well, I'm jealous of y'all, but glad someone got it. Six 1680 ticks. Interesting, Julian. Why 1680? What on earth prompted you to load up that chart? How does one go? You know what? This is the number of ticks I'm really curious. Is there a reason for 1680? Yeah, me too, Seymour. You and me both, buddy. No, Johnny, I don't think you have to create an Apex Investor account. Maybe you do. I can't remember. It's been so long. Yeah, let me see if I could pull that up. I'm curious now. You might have to just create a new account. I think it is two different, like a different LLC or something. Yeah, I think you do have to create an Apex investing account, which is separate than your trader funding account. So yeah, just create a new account. Oh no, don't worry about that, Johnny. They're not gonna ban you. Like, And they want you to get their copier, trust me. They're talking about creating multiple funded accounts, right? They're talking about like using different names and whatever to get more funded accounts than they allow. So isn't Replicanto more Zippins? Isn't it like quite a bit more expensive? I mean, I've never had problems with the Apex version. It works fine for me. They support you. Well, that's good. That's good. Does it work any different though? That's my main question. Is the performance actually better? Because I've heard people that have problems with both, so. They add all the inactive indicators to Ninja. Oh, I had no idea about that. I don't know, that kind of stuff doesn't make a difference to me, but yeah. Well, y'all, the bullish grind, it looks like, is winning out. So I take back everything nice I said about Brandt and Jocko. This is clearly bullish, likely to continue. We do have a break and new high of this channel though, so would pause longs for a minute and see if we get a bearish correction, let it play out before we do anything else. Aaron, the Replicano one and the Apex one, from my understanding, are essentially the same. Like, I believe Replicano was the one to develop it, and then they gave Apex license to use it, so it's essentially the same same product. I think the difference being that Replicano has like more support if you have an issue or something, but as far as the functionality of the actual copier, from my understanding, it's the same deal. You're trading all these accounts separately, Brant? Oh my goodness gracious. That is crazy. Dude, once you get the trade copier, you're not going to look back. It is so smooth. And especially like the more accounts you get, if you start getting into a lot of accounts at the same time, you're definitely going to need it. And it's just one click. Don't have to worry about anything. It takes care of all your accounts at the same time. And I believe, I'm trying to remember, I haven't heard anything from Apex, but this sale is still going on. They still have this 80% off sale extended on evals. So yeah, I mean, if you're thinking about trade copier and trading multiple accounts, take advantage of the 80% off while you can. That's good to know, Brant, that you trade like a normal bean typically. Yeah, I actually like am really like that idea for an eval. Trading my style at least. Jocko's style, I would probably would not recommend that. But if you're trying to snipe like 1 or 2 really quality trades, why not trade max contracts, you know? Yeah, if your style is low trade count, high quality, go push the size a little bit, you know? It really worked for all the, you know, the 25k evals that I passed on the stream. Like I was maxing out those bad boys. Yeah, when you're only it makes a lot of sense. So I am surprised more people didn't vote for me to do max contracts on this challenge. Totally, Brant. I agree. Totally agree. The only thing for me, I guess, is just the risk in it, of especially when you're in the trailing drawdown phase, right? It makes sense for an eval, but like for a performance account, once you're actually funded, you don't want to blow that, and that certainly has the ability to, you make one little mistake, all of a sudden it's done and you have to start all over. So makes sense for an eval, because especially with like the 80% off sale, it's super cheap, so why not? But yeah, like once you get into the funded account stage, you want to be more conservative. More aggressive entry, smaller size. Yeah, totally, Pete. I wouldn't do that because I copy everything to my PAs, but I could push the size quite a bit because I can, like, you know, copy the same trades with lower size to my funded accounts. So I would definitely be willing to push the size on evals. Man, oh man, we're getting a runaway move here. Still pausing on longs though, just because, again, this is a new high. Well, then again, maybe we can redraw our channel. Let's see if there's a way to kind of fit all of this in. Not really. Like, no matter which way you slice it, we got an overshoot. All right, Zippins, take care. Yeah, this is definitely looking like overshoot. Zooming out though, maybe we have a bigger pattern than just the spike in the channel. I'm gonna put a question mark on here because I'm not sure if it is an overshoot or not yet. One little thing that I've noticed, I don't know how, I still have to keep testing it, but what I have noticed is when you get a spike in a channel pattern, oftentimes, but here's, I'm gonna get this off the chart. So when you get a spike in a channel like this, spike, channel, the candle that breaks the spike in the channel, we have a break and a new high. If it doesn't reverse and you just keep going up, because normally, right, you have this break, new high, you would expect things to reverse, but if it doesn't and it just keeps going higher, oftentimes that break is the second swing in a larger channel like this. So that looks like that might be the case here because we had a break, new high. So far, we're not correcting. Or sorry, the new high was here. We didn't correct. We're just going higher and overshooting. So I suspect that we might have this larger channel in play. I've seen this happen quite a few times. Something I just picked up on recently. So I'm interested to see how accurate that is in a lot of different circumstances. So little nugget. And I think that's what I will leave you with. I gotta like zip-ins, get going to my day job. So unfortunately, could have had a nice trade there. I'm glad some of y'all got it. And shoot, you could still have a runner on this one. I would definitely still be in a runner with my stop right here. Hopefully y'all are taking advantage of that. But anyway, another great day. Super fun. Appreciate y'all. And we will be back again at it tomorrow, 9 a.m. You know the drill for Friday. Try to finish the week off strong and maybe get a trade in this challenge account. We will see. Trade safe for everybody. Take care and see you tomorrow morning.